Berkshire Hathaway Home Services sales executives for our video message of the week. All right, I'm going to begin a three-part series about the subject of what are the attributes of being a great realtor, with, of course, the ultimate goal is being better and better and better as we go. All right, so to do this, we have to start with our mindset and the way that we think. And the way I want to get this point across is I want you to focus in on how you see the world. Because I have to tell you, based on how you see the world and what you believe will affect every decision you make. And let me give you an example of how different it is for different people. Let's say we were all going on a tour of the same house. At the exact moment that we're all touring it, we would all have different opinions. Some people would be walking through saying, wow, this is amazing. I love this home. Someone else might say, you know what, it's just not my style. Someone could be saying, you know what, this house is so big, it's huge. I wouldn't want a house this big. Or someone else who has a larger home might be saying, you know what, this house is too small for me. Do you see how the house hasn't changed, but our opinion, our feeling, the way we see our world can change the way we make decisions and the way we feel. So here's the solution here. You just have to be aware that the way you see the world will affect your decisions and your thought process. We don't want to get locked in certain situations like this is the way we do it, this is the way I always do it, and there is no other way. We want to be open to it. Even sometimes that your specific way may be the most effective and the most efficient. But the concept here is staying open to those changes. All right, so once we are open, that the universe is what we make of it and the way we see it, now we can talk about this next concept, and that's attitude. You know, this word gets thrown out many, many times for different reasons, but I have to tell you, when we really talk about attitude as it is entailed in our profession, I want you to come from a service-based mentality. How can we serve? And when I say that, I don't just mean the client. Of course we service and serve the client's needs, but I want you to look at it as an overall. We're really serving our families, okay? We're serving other realtors. We're being a servant to, of course, our clientele. But once we have that attitude that we're here to serve and support, that will bleed into everything and everyone we touch. See, sometimes we separate it. Well, if I'm dealing with this type of person, you know what, we're here to serve them. But these other people, we're not here to serve. And my point is when you have that attitude with everyone you deal with, from vendor partners to friends, to clientele, to other realtors, it will affect your days and it'll affect the benefits to your business long-term and short-term. And last but certainly not least is always know that talking the talk, okay, that's step one, but what's really important is walking the walk, and that's your actions. Your actions will always speak louder, okay, than your words. So what you want to look at is how do you actually deal with these situations that you talk about? Okay, what are your actions? How are you dealing with other realtors? How are you dealing with your clients? Okay, really look at what you do. You know, we can talk about it, but when it comes right down to it and we enter a tough scenario that maybe, you know what, can be very, very frustrating, it's how we deal in those situations that really help us, okay, move our profession forward and move ourselves within that profession forward. That's how we can be a great and even better realtor day by day. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.